Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So, this lovely morning we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We're in 7th canto, which is entitled something Science of God. What is it? The Science of God. We're in chapter 9, which is entitled Prahlad Pacifies the Lord with Prayers, and seems like we're on text 20. Yasmin yato yarhi Yasmin yato yarhiyena. Okay, good. Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Svarupam. Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritah svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam. Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Yasmai yata yadutayasva parova.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam. Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmin yato yarhiyena chayasya yasmad.
Yasmai yata yadutayastva parova.
Yasmai yata yadutayasva parova.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam.
Sanchoditastadakilam bhavata svarupam. Please.
Yasmin yato yahiyena chayasya yasmat.
Yasmin yato yahiyena chayasya yasmat.
Yasmai yathaya dutayastva paraparova.
Yasmai yataya dutayasva paraparova.
Bhavah karoti vikaroti vritak svabhava.
Bhava karoti vikaroti pritak svabhava.
Sanchoditastarakhinam bhagavat svarupam.
Sanchoditas Sadakilam Bhavata Svarupam.
Yasmin,
Yasmin,
in any condition of life,
in any condition of life,
yataha,
Yagata,
because of anything,
because of anything,
yarhi,
Yahi,
at any time,
at any time,
past, present, or future,
past, present, or future,
yena,
Yena,
by something,
by something,
cha,
Cha,
also,
also,
yasya,
Yasya,
in relationship with anyone,
in relationship with anyone,
yasmat,
Yasma,
from any causal representative,
from any cause representative,
yasmai,
Yasmai,
unto anyone,
unto anyone,
without discrimination in regarding to place,
without discrimination regarding to place,
person or time,
personal time,
yatha,
Yata,
in any manner,
in any manner,
yat,
Yat,
whatever it may be,
whatever it may be,
uta,
Uta,
certainly,
certainly,
yaha,
Yaha,
anyone who,
anyone who,
to, but,
but,
aparaha,
Aparaha,
the other,
the other,
paraha,
Paraha,
the supreme,
the supreme,
va,
Va,
or,
or,
bhavaha,
Bhava,
being,
being,
karoti,
Karoti,
does,
thus,
vikaroti,
Vikaroti,
changes,
changes,
pritak,
Litak,
separate,
separate,
like different from something. Swabhavaha,
Bhava,
nature,
nature,
under the influence of different modes of material nature.
under the influence of different modes of material nature,
Sanchoditaha,
Sanchoditaha,
being influenced,
being influenced,
tat,
Tat,
that,
as,
akilam,
Akilam,
all,
or,
bhavataha,
Bhavataha,
of your lordship,
of your lordship,
svarupam,
Svarupam,
emanated from your different energies.
emanated from your different energies.
Translation. My dear Lord, everyone in this material world is under the modes of material nature, being influenced by goodness, passion, and ignorance. Everyone from the greatest personality, Lord Brahma, down to the smallest ant, works under the influence of these modes. Therefore, everyone in this material world is influenced by your energy. The cause for which they work, the place where they work, the time when they work, the matter due to which they work, the goal of life they have considered final, and the process for obtaining this goal, all are nothing but manifestations of your energy. Indeed, since the energy and energetic are identical, all of them are but manifestations of you. Did anyone get anything from this? Do you, like, if someone was to ask you, what did we just read, could you? Oh, you on the microphone? If it's just for the room, I don't think we need that, right? It's also recording.
No, but this is recorded.
Yeah. Well, it's not possible to fit the whole translation onto one page, is it? Almost. Okay, I guess I'll just tell you really quick. What did we just read? We just read that everything there is, including all of the activities, including the forces that act, including the changes that are made due to these forces. Everything is impelled by the three modes of material nature. And not only that, but everything is you. So this is Prahlad standing before Nrsimhadev and apparently uttering a Mayavadi statement. That's literally what the verse says. Prabhupada puts a lot of purport into the translation, but the Sanskritam is actually very simple. We'll look at it. Okay, let me read Srila Prabhupada's purport to this verse. Purport. Whether one thinks himself protected by his parents, by the government, by some place, or by some other cause, everything is due to the various potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything that is done, whether in the higher, middle, or lower planetary systems, is due to the supervision or control of the Supreme Lord. It is therefore said, is it possible to have door closed, or maybe ask the Matatis to be a bit quieter? Everything that is done, whether in the higher, middle, or lower planetary systems, is due to the supervision or control of the Supreme Lord. It is therefore said, Karmana Daivanetrena Jantu Deha Upapattaye. Bhagavatam 3.31.1. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul within the core of everyone's heart, gives inspirations for action according to one's mentality. All of these mentalities are merely facilities given by Krishna to the person acting. Bhagavad Gita therefore says, Matah smritir jnanam apochanam cha. Bhagavad Gita 15:15. Everyone works according to the inspiration given by the Super Soul. Because everyone has a different goal of life, everyone acts differently as guided by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The words Yasmin Yato Yarhi Yena Chayasya Yasmat indicate that all activities, whatever they may be, are but different features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like all activities, doesn't matter who's done it. All of them are created by the living entity and fulfilled by the mercy of the Lord. Now this is further qualification of what Prabhupada just said. Although all such activities are none different from the Lord nonetheless directs Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Gita 18:66. Give up all other duties and surrender unto me. End quote. When we accept this direction from the Lord, we can actually become happy. As long as we work according to our material senses, we are in material life. But as soon as we act according to the real, transcendental direction of the Lord, our position is spiritual. The activities of Bhakti, devotional service, are directly under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Narada Pancharatra states, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam krishikena krishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. Also quoted in C.C. Madhya. When one gives up materially designated positions and works directly under the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one's spiritual life is revived. This is described as Svarupena Avastiti, being situated in one's original constitutional position. This is the real description of mukti, or liberation from material bondage. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Did anyone get anything from the purport? Did you remember anything from the purport?
Everything, what's happening, everything, every soul, the actions of every soul is not different as an emanation of the Supreme God. Everything what you do is the will of the Supreme God.
Is
the will of the Supreme God.
Is the will of the Supreme Lord.
So it is almost a little bit like Hari also.
Yeah,
everything is the same, everything is one.
Yes.
Yeah, all action, I mean, that we are all under influence of towards material nature, and that the actions, I mean, the super soul is guiding every person who tries
Very well.
to act in a certain way.
Good. Good. Do we remember anything else? Yes.
It's that all kind of activities are actually made by a living entity. That's quite interesting.
Very interesting. Having said everything,
Yeah.
now Prabhupada says that actually activities are done by the living entities.
Yeah.
So, which one is it? Is it God or me?
It is also said that everything is done by the living entities, yes, but
Everything is.
according to what Prabhu said, but according to our Swaruphana, according to our possibility.
According to our possibility. That's also very true. That was also stated. Even though Svarupa there was used to indicate God and Svabhava to indicate ourselves. Very good. Very good. Anyone remembers anything else?
You need to surrender at the end.
You need to surrender, yes. So, what kind of what's the picture we get? Like, what is this world? What's the nature of reality? What's our position in this world? I mean, did you get any kind of a picture?
I mean, more or less everybody can do as he likes, because he's guided by the super soul.
Okay, very well. That's definitely stated. Yes.
What it means as he likes.
Yes.
Correct. You do as you like.
It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita.
You see, it's stated right here. You can do anything you want. And you will suffer or enjoy accordingly. Yes.
This is a very important point in order to give us their responsibility for our actions, so we don't blame God.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Sharp. I'm just waiting for it to finish the translation. Okay. So the verse that we have today is foundational. It lays the foundation of the nature of reality. And I remember when I was reading this as a teenager, oh my God, it was so blissful. Having finally read something that logically and very possibly explained to me what is the nature of reality and what is my role in this reality. I mean, it's interesting how many people struggle with this question, and I would even say that I'm not sure that a whole lot of devotees also understand this. Like the way I see it, like if you don't understand this, then Radha Krishna Leela to you is just a fairy tale. And we see this in the life of Srila Prabhupada and in his teachings. Like Srila Prabhupada kept returning to this basic nature of reality. And very often would even refuse to speak of Radha Krishna Leela. And that's for a very good reason. It's interesting how many, even his guru was like that, Saraswati Thakur. Mahaprabhu was like that. Like even among his associates, he wouldn't go into Radha Krishna Leela just like that. With very few chosen. Very interesting. But, you know, I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but it's interesting, you know, like especially in Gaudiya, how much people talk of Radha Krishna Leela without maintaining the connection with this fundamental nature of reality. And so, mind you, what Prahlad is saying now is something he has already said when confronting Hiranyakashipu. When Hiranyakashipu asked him, who will protect you now? God will protect you. Where do you get your power? Well, from the same place that you get your power from. Like what the hell? Because Hiranyakashipu wanted to think that his power comes from him. Hiranyakashipu had a difficulty perceiving himself as a part of a greater reality. He felt that a greater reality is there for to be subjugated to his control. This is a classic delusion of a soul, where a soul does not want to subjugate itself to the reality, but rather wants to subjugate reality to its own will. And so right here we have a picture. Okay, there's force in Prahlad and there's force in Hiranyakashipu, and Prahlad saying that's the same force. Then later on, when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, where's your God now? He says, everywhere. Is he in the pillar? Yes, he's in the pillar too. And so by now we have Prahlad is saying that God is everywhere. The Bhagavad Gita says this, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam chamai pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. Who's not destroyed, who does not meet destruction? The person who sees Krishna everywhere and sees everything within Krishna. Sees Krishna within everything and sees everything within Krishna. Now Mayavadis love these kind of statements. But the picture does not end there. Because when Prahlad said that Nrsimhadeva is within the pillar also, Hiranyakashipu smashed the pillar. And Nrsimhadev came out. It wasn't an impersonal Brahman. Very interesting. And so now we have a person, very unusual looking person, super angry too, a lot of emotion, nothing like a Brahman. And standing there before Prahlad, before Hiranyakashipu, And Prahlad is there witnessing it all. And then this person that seems to be everywhere and within everything and everyone within him, he is now chopping people to pieces. There's carnage going on. What's carnage in, how do you say that in carnage in Russian? Carnage. Butchering. Butchering, like cutting, slashing to pieces. Carnage comes from the word carne, meat. Yeah. Carnage is like slaughter. Yeah.
In Deutschland ist dann Kleinholz machen.
Klein?
Holz. Cutting everything in small pieces.
But there has to be Metzger,
yeah.
Yeah. Nrsimhadev, Metzger. And then he's done with the carnage and he's standing there super angry. His tongue is moving in and out like that of a snake. I don't know if you've ever seen a snake like that. And his teeth are there's blood all over him, and there's intestines of the Hiranyakashipu around his neck. Interesting Brahman. And now Prahlad is offering these prayers. And now he's saying the same thing as he said before. Like, he's painting a picture, like the basic nature of reality. And if you look at Sanskritam, it's actually fairly simple. I'll read to you literal translation. Whatever is controlled by you, whatever is sustained by you, whatever exists from you, for you, by you, in whatever manner it may exist, and whatever is superior or inferior, whatever entity acts, entity like a being, whatever entity acts, transforms, or appears separately according to its own nature, all of it being impelled by you is in truth you. Sounds like a total Mayavadi statement. Actually, it doesn't say you, but your form, Svarupa. It is your form. Actually, Svarupa means your very form, or your essential form, or your form. And if we would translate this like a bit more smooth, so it flows better, it would sound something like this. But still literal translation. Then we'll see why Prabhupada translated the way he translated it. So the smooth translation is, whatever exists, whether superior or inferior, whatever acts or transforms according to its own nature, all of it being impelled by you is in fact your own form.
Is it possible that I read it? Or
it's from a Sanskrit dictionary. So, I use a translator to help me. But Sanskritam is very simple. It doesn't matter. It's okay. We move on. So, first of all, the picture we get here is sort of like a cosmic vision. Something like what Mayavadi said. Everything is somehow or other form of God. The activities, the people who do it, the reasons for why things are done, things being impelled, Prabhupada being impelled, Prabhupada translates as everything is under the control of three modes of material nature. That's an example of being impelled. But the impetus to move, to do things, this is also God. So Prahlad God here is painting a sort of cosmic picture. And if you look at Sanskritam, you have the word yasmin, yataha, yena, yasya, this ya. How do you say I in Russian?
Yeah.
Same. It looks like in all Slavic languages, ya. Like like in Sanskritam, this ya refers to him. Like it's his, by him, from him, in him. So he keeps repeating yasmin, yata, yena, yasya, etc., etc. You can see it, yasmin, yata, yena, yasya, yasmat, yasmai, yata. See how many times it's repeated. Time and time again says it's Krishna's. It refers to him. And then, so the picture that we get here, it is a cosmic picture. But in this picture, we have a pyramid of causation. A pyramid of causation. Causation, something that causes. Like if I push this and it falls over, I'm the cause of it. I caused it. So there are different types of causations in a pyramid. And so first what we have is the material cause. So I pushed it. So here I'm the material cause. But the question is, what is the efficient cause? Do you know this term, efficient cause? It makes no sense. Because efficient does not refer to efficacy, but it refers to, I don't know why they use it in philosophy. I know because of the root of the word that comes from Latin. But efficient cause refers to the remote cause. So
efficient means
remote. Like not the immediate, but the remote, distant cause. And so, yeah, I pushed the table. Why did I push it? Like something pushed me. Anger? Maybe? Then we could ask the question, well, why anger? Like what caused the anger? What's the cause of anger? I don't know if you remember, but Krishna is defined as the original cause in Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adi Govinda. So is the original cause. In other words, if we were to follow this causation chain, we would come ultimately to God. So in this way we have the material causation, or like the immediate causation, and then we have remote causation. And then we also get a picture of substratum. Do you know what a substrata is? Substrata. Do you know this word? Sub means under. Like a strata is...
Highway. Highway in Italian. A strada.
Oh, highway. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, we could say highway, but there's this subway where they sell sandwiches. They have Subway in Germany. Or it's just an American thing, I don't know. Sub means under. So you have a surface level, but then there's the under the surface. And to properly understand the concept of substrata or subway, let's put it that way, Upanishads give the example of clay and a clay pot. So, out of clay, you make a clay pot. And clay pot is nothing but clay. But yet there's difference between clay and a clay pot, because here you have a form out of that same clay. And so basically what Prahlad is saying is that yes, Brahman is the substrata of everything. Brahman is like the clay. And out of this Brahman everything is created, even we ourselves. So this is the most rudimentary concept of God. When Bhagavad Gita says, I'm everywhere, even there are statements in the Bhagavatam, like this one, basically says, I am everything. And so Mayavadis stop at that, they love that. That's like so we agree with that up until this point, Vaishnava. So basically wherever you look, everything's part of God. So basically we're living in a divine world, but we don't see it when you're in illusion. Meaning you don't see that it belongs to God, that it's God's, but integrally God's. So that's the concept of substrata. And then and then we have also, especially in the purport, Srila Prabhupada discusses prayojana, or the goal. And the goal is very interesting. Because, like, if we were to go back to Bhagavad Gita, right? There's Krishna, there's Arjuna, and there's all these kings. And literally there is a verse that says this. I don't know, maybe someone of you memorized that verse. I did, and now I can't remember. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme jana deepaha natchaivana bhavishyama sarve vaya ataparam. Does anyone know the meaning of this? It's a very important verse, even though it only says, here is me, here is you, here are all these kings. We exist now. We have existed before. And we shall never cease to exist. So now we get a different picture. You know, we get more information about the picture. Okay, like we see that everything's made out of clay. There's nothing but clay. But the clay pot exists. It's not illusion. We are not illusion. We are existing, have existed, and are going to continue to exist. We are parts of God, but we're not God, for God's sake. We're just integral bits and pieces of God. And so this is the picture we're getting from this statement. And therefore, there is prayojana. And prayojana is very interesting. So what is the goal? The goal is actually to see this, to understand this, and then to live in synchrony with it. In other words, we could live not in synchrony with this. Even though everything there is, it's within God's form. Even even the force that impels us to act, it's God's. Yet we are responsible for our acts. Even the nature we have that makes us act as a child, as a dog. Interesting, right? You put a soul in the body of a dog and it barks. Wags tail, and it's typically friendly towards humans. You put the very same soul into rhinoceros. Soul.
S-O-L-E?
No. Soul, like Atma.
Soul.
Yeah. I'll wait for you to catch up. And so, I mean, it's very interesting. We're impelled to act. And then we also act according to the body we get, the nature we get. Even the nature we get is like someone gave it to me. It was imposed on me. But I deserved it. That's why in Vaishnava theology we say we have freedom, but not a complete freedom. Like all these discussions whether free will exists. Well, it doesn't. Will exists, but it's not free. It's always under influence. But you do will. You will. You wish, you desire. Like that exists. And you're responsible for the damn things you desire. Obviously, man, look, you suffer sometimes and sometimes you enjoy, depending on what you wanted. And therefore what you acted out. So here we have an interesting dynamic, between that which is imposed upon us and the freedom we have. And so even though we're part of the whole, we're still separate. This is Mahaprabhu's Beda, Abeda teaching. And we don't have a free will, but we have a will. Or we could say with a small freedom. And depending how we use that freedom, if we use it in synchronicity with the nature of reality, we're good. And if not, we are adharmic, literally unnatural. Dharma means nature. And adharma means we're not natural. Just like most of the modern food is not natural. And therefore we have issues. Therefore we have issues, like health issues, because food is not natural. Okay, I guess I covered that. I'll skip that. Sanchoditaha, Prabhupada also gave attention to this word, sanchoditaha. You may know this word, chodana. Chodana, you're from India. Theft. I never heard that being used as theft. Do you know what Vedic chodanas are? Vedic injunctions. Chodana, these are injunctions. There's a verse in the Bhagavatam. Choditaha. How does it go? Look it up. I forget now. I think it's in 10th or 11th canto. That Vedic chodanas never allow for something, but tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. For because of the conditioned nature, it's allowed. Eating meat, drinking wine. Did you find it? No, it doesn't matter. But so chodana there means Vedic injunctions. And here we have sanchodita.
Yes. It's in second canto.
Second canto.
Sanchodita tat akilam bhavata swarupam.
No, that's not the one. But it uses the term. It's not the verse I was thinking of, but it doesn't matter. So chodita. So why sanchodita means impelled. And So that's why Vedic injunctions are known as chodana, that which impels you to do something. It's like a law. It's shaping your activities. It's telling you to do something. You have to do something. And it's telling you to not do other things, which is negative form of the same thing. So that's why they're called chodanas. And here we have the term sanchodita, impelled. Basically, the world is described as sanchodita, impelled by God. And by the way, Srila Prabhupada, I heard a lecture, Prabhupada was giving a lecture in which he elaborated on the meaning of the term of Jagat. You know what Jagat means? Universe, creation, Jagat. Like Jagannath, the Lord of the Jagat, of the universe, of the creation. And Jagat literally means that which is impelled to move.
Which word? Jagat?
Yes, Jagat. That which is impelled to move. And so it moves. And so Prabhupada give many examples of wherever you look, everything is moving. To be alive means to move. When you stop moving, man, you're close to dying. Like this whole world is moving. Jagat. It's constantly moving because, and who impels it to move? Where does it, so this comes from God. Like this is the cosmic picture that Prahlad is seeing. And so the Vedic concept is, yes, the world moves, but it doesn't move just on its own. Moves by divine will. Just like this body without the soul does not move. So the soul of the universe, God, is emanating, not emanating, what's the word? Just like the soul is illuminating body with consciousness, so the super soul impels the whole world to move. And now I'll read to you how Prabhupada translated this sanchodita. Instead of just saying impelled, Prabhupada wrote 4 or 5 sentences. Prabhupada said, everyone in this material world is under the modes of material nature, being influenced by goodness, passion, and ignorance. Everyone, from the greatest personality, Lord Brahma, down to the smallest ant. No mention of ant or Brahma or anything in the Sanskrit. Prabhupada giving a big translation, elaborating on this word. Everyone, from the greatest personality, Lord Brahma, down to the small ant, works under the influence of these modes. In other words, things are under control. Therefore, everyone in this material world is influenced by your energy. There's just one word, sanchodita. Correct. So, as Prabhupada often does in translation, he gives an example. What it means to be impelled. Like we're impelled by the force of time. Just because the time moves, we have to move. Try to stay in one place. No way, Jose. And how do we move? That's also impelled by God's will. And that's through the modes of material nature. Even when people come to religion, like what kind of religion are people attracted to? According to the modes of material nature. In other words, again, that's ordained by God. So we start to see like God's fingers everywhere. Okay, I'll say one more thing and then I'll end there. And this is at the end. This is sort of maybe the crux of the whole thing. Akilam bhavata svarupam. Akila means everything. Bhavata, this is Prahlad referring to Nrsimhadeva. He's addressing Nrsimhadeva. So Akilam bhavata, everything is your form. He's telling to Nrsimhadeva, even though he has just, there's a form, but he said, no, everything is your form. Very interesting. All of it is your own form. That's literally what the Sanskritam says. And how did Srila Prabhupada translate this? Again, 3 words, Prabhupada translated in one lengthy sentence. All are nothing but manifestations of your energy. Indeed, since the energy and energetic are identical. Do you follow? So, this is where we agree with Mayavadis. Energy and the energetic. So, energies come from the source of energy. But energy and energetic are one. As Prabhupada saying, like he's agreeing with the verse, of course. All of them are but manifestations of you. So I'll read this again. This is from the translation, Prabhupada's translation of the verse. Everything that was listed, and what was listed is everything. And so it says, all are nothing but manifestations of your energy. Indeed, since the energy and the energetic are identical, all of them are but manifestations of you. Mayavadi would really love this translation. And so the way Advaita Vedanta translates this, they would say there's nothing but Nrsimhadev. Because after all, this is Prahlad addressing Nrsimhadev. They said there's nothing but Nrsimhadev. But to them, even Nrsimhadev doesn't exist because that Nrsimhadev is also just Brahma. They're going too far. Mayavadis, yeah, the Advaita Vedantists. Whereas Mahaprabhu would say there is only Nrsimhadev, for sure, but Prahlad is part of Nrsimhadev. Hiranyakashipu is a part of Nrsimhadev. And they have their own individual identity, eternal. You may know this incident when Prabhupada was talking to a fellow, and fellow says, cotton shirt, all the same. And he's taking this from the Upanishadic example. You know cotton? How do you say cotton in Chlopak? Again, he's taking the example from the Upanishads. Clay and a clay pot. They say clay pot doesn't exist. It's all just clay. And so in this way, this person is saying cotton shirt, it's all one. There's just only cotton. There is no cotton shirt. And then in one point, Prabhupada grabbed him by we're shaking the guy. Cotton shirt, 2 different things. So I hope you see, there is a sense of identity, sense of oneness. Like, yeah, you have cotton, and a cotton shirt. Like the shirt came from the cotton, but it exists, man. It's there. And this is where we differ from Mayavadis. So if we were to transplant ourselves into this situation where Prahlad is, yeah, he's saying everything is you, but you exist also, and I exist. Or from the Bhagavad Gita, you exist, I exist, and all of these kings are existing. They have existed, and they shall never cease to exist. So there's a sense of unity, and there's also a sense of separate identity. And that to me, explains why we don't have a free will, but we have a will. Or sometimes the Buddhists say we have a small free will. Whichever way you want to put it, doesn't matter. Otherwise, God would be evil, as the Mayavadis say. They say, no, everything is Brahman. We don't exist. But why do I suffer? Then the suffering is imposed upon me. You see, then you have evil God who's torturing me. That I have to be responsible for my acts in order for my suffering to make sense. Okay. In conclusion, what we have here is unity and diversity existing at the same time. And as Prahlad is speaking of underlying unity, that does not negate multiplicity. And then we have a balance of free will and divine control. Even though the power to act, even though we're impelled to act by God, we're still responsible for what we do because we have a partial free will. And then the relationship between Sat and Asat. Because Mayavadis would say that Asat doesn't exist, and no, Asat exists, but it's changing all the time. And under this changing reality, there is a constant reality. Like the clay pot disintegrates and just rejoins the clay, but again it's created into something else. So there's the transformation, but yet there's the underlying reality that never changes, which includes eternal individuality, like the soul continues to exist under all these changes. And you asked the question, why did Srila Prabhupada translate that as the transformation of energies, or what was it? Is the manifestation of your energies. How does that go? Where is it? Yeah. That
Emanated from your different energies.
Emanated from your different energies.
Swarupam.
Yeah, because official Vaishnava theology states that this world is a transformation of God's energies. Whereas the Mayavadis, they want to say that it's a transformation of Brahman, but because Brahman is changeless, therefore this is an illusory transformation. And they say it's literally not happening. Like the fact that I'm speaking, the fact that you're talking, the fact that you're listening, all of this is not happening. This is just Brahman hallucinating on itself. That's what Mayavadis say. Because they say, because there are statements like this one, everything is you and so on. But the Vaishnavas say, no, it's not that Krishna loses, God loses his identity or something. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam. There's the unit, many units emanate from it, but it remains complete. So we say that everything that exists is a transformation of God's energies. Yeah. That's why Prabhupada translated it like that, even though it's just one Sanskrit word.
But just because of the Mayavadis, I think.
Yeah. So Prabhupada's putting a lot of purport in there. And okay, Om Tat Sat. Any questions or comments?
I'm going to share a question. What did you mean at the same time? It's one question. And
At the same time means it's not that you have one thing and then later on you have another thing. You have both things at the same time.
And that is, Arjuna was sitting in one, in one place, in one chapter, yes, sitting.
He was sitting in
one place.
Uh-huh.
He was not moving. And,
Yeah.
It was just like cinema, 11 chapters.
Oh, when he was seeing the universal form, okay.
Yeah, and moving shoulder, and different examples.
Yeah, when she saw universe in Krishna's mouth, is that what you're referring? You have to complete sentences. So far I've been good at guessing what you mean, but you have to complete, because otherwise I can't tell what you.
That's why, because it was all at the same time.
It's all.
There's at the same time she was seeing the universe.
Yeah.
And it was projected on her how to see this universe. And Arjuna was sitting at the same time. It was projecting this. Virat Rupa on him. And Ashinti Vedaveda Tattva, it's also at the same time. I don't understand them, so something like that.
But I don't understand what you don't understand.
I don't understand what it means at the same time, at the same moment of time. Yes.
What?
Because time is moving. Time is
Okay.
not.
Yes.
That's why I can't understand. It's
But what is it that you can't understand? That's
That's
what I don't understand.
At the same time, this moment at the same time, for me, it's not movable.
Can someone help me here? I don't understand the question.
Maybe she's thinking, but at the same time, it's like something is stopped, but time is moving all the time.
Yeah.
It's not movable the moment. Moment of the
But it's
time.
not stopping though. So
It's not movable. Arjuna was sitting
Okay.
in the cinema, looking the film,
Yeah.
projecting onto
Okay.
his
Yeah.
mind. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was so many movements there.
Around
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Fire around him, everything, and
Yeah.
Yashoda saw the whole universe. Also at the same time when she asked her son to open his mouth.
Yeah.
Made him to open to see. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand how it happens. For me, it
How it happens? Like
how it happens at the same time, at the same moment of time.
what?
All these things, to open the mouth, to show the universe.
This one, I think.
But it's not at the same time. Like there's this experience, then that experience. It's not all at the same time. And before that, he didn't have the vision. Right.
I think Mataji asking how it's possible for Arjuna to be in the middle of the battlefield, and in that very moment, like everything stopped.
Yeah.
And he is now looking for Virat Rupa. And
Yeah.
how it's possible that these two events are happening in the same time.
Well, how is it possible that sometimes we're focused on one aspect of reality, a little detail, that you become unaware of everything around you? And then, all of a sudden you zoom out and then you have a larger picture of things. Like, what's the problem?
I see. I mean, when
There's a picture of me there 10 years ago.
when this port, we made a port of clay port. Yes, it was
Yes.
clay, and now it has the form of the port. The port can be broken,
Yes.
so he loses its form.
Mhm.
Yes. But the port should stay the same, how to say, person, because we are always the same person. It's eternal Swarupa.
Yes. Some things about us remain always, and some things appear and disappear. And so that's why Arjuna asked the question, what is Adi Atma? Not what is Atma, but what is Adi Atma, 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Because he wanted to know what is the self that's always there. The essential self. Because there's the peripheral self. Like even Prabhupada said of himself, I'm an old Indian man. And that's true only for a certain amount of time. It wasn't true before that or after that. Forever before and forever after. It was only true for a small amount of time. Was that Prabhupada? Yes and no. But essentially, no. Essentially in the same of essence who Prabhupada is a soul, Atma, servant of Krishna. That's always. That's constant through everything. Yeah, I kind of feel that I didn't still understand that.
It was really difficult to understand that I am the same person, so myself, how to say, doesn't change.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I asked. The body is changing, but that is my question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you have heard this, that well, I better not say. No. I'll say it afterwards. When, not to hold. Anything burning? Any burning questions, comments? Okay, let's end this here. Is that okay? Okay, Hare Krishna. And we can end that recording too?